Alright, here we go. Another episode of Universe Mode, and it's the Backlash PPV. We are finally here, and I'm not. Well, this was originally recorded on the Samsung, but now the voiceover is being done on the iPhone because hopefully there'll be no static in the background for the video. Although I do still have like at least 5% of the video audio still put in there, so there could at least be some of a background noise besides just me talking with no background noise. So I do still have some of the game audio still put in there just so there could be some sound at least. So anyway, Backlash pay-per-view. First matchup, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Of course, Punk is double champion, both Intercontinental and World Heavyweight Champion of SmackDown. Some tells me he's going to lose at least one title. Anyway, now McIntyre already in the ring. Okay, so that means Punk is going to attack McIntyre with a clothesline. The CM Punk he did the same thing to The Rock in the last episode of SmackDown, and now Punk drilling down McIntyre, and Punk could already do the GTS. Like so. Yep, there we go. This could be a very easy victory for CM Punk. If Punk gets this matchup done with quickly, then his matchup against The Undertaker probably might not be so bad, because his matchup against The Undertaker is definitely going to be his worst challenge, but will McIntyre be able to wear down Punk? I don't know. Punk with the slap against McIntyre, kick to the midsection, off the ropes, goes Drew, the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and Punk already has him up. Punk has McIntyre up, GTS. Go to sleep. Drew McIntyre. Can this one be it? 1, 2, and the Intercontinental Champion. Still Intercontinental Champion, I mean. CM Punk. Quick victory for Punk. So now he could just rest assured waiting for his match against Undertaker later on tonight. But anyway, Punk, he is Intercontinental Champion. That was a pretty easy victory. Just attacking McIntyre from behind. McIntyre wasn't able to get any offense. Whoa, hold on, Luke Gallows. Gallows is challenging Punk for the title. Okay, then. I mean, is this a face turn for Gallows then? Because, of course, Gallows, he did betray CM Punk in Punk's matchup during his matchup against The Rock. Punk did get betrayed by Gallows, and that was after in the tag team matchup on Week 3 episode of SmackDown. Punk and Gallows lost the tag team matchup to Christian and Undertaker, so that is some good storytelling. But I don't even think Gallows is all that high in the power rankings, is he? For the Intercontinental? He's probably not even on... Oh, he is on the list. Okay. He's number 10. McIntyre is still number one contender. Some reason Christian went up and Kane went down. I can only guess because Christian won his tag team matchup with Undertaker against Punk and Gallows in week 3, and because McIntyre defeated Kane in like week 4 and week 3, I think. So I don't know. And when Sheamus and The Miz for the National Championship, this is not happening because The Miz, he is double booked. Since The Miz is double booked and there is no storyline into it, because I think it should be Evan Bourne that's number one contender, because Evan Bourne and Sheamus, they've been having 1-1 matches. So where Sheamus automatically defeats The Miz because the cash in is going to happen. R-Truth is going to cash in. Now the CPU is going to make us play as R-Truth, which we're not going to do that because don't want to. We're going to let the CPU do it. So what we are going to do, wait for this whole thing to happen. R-Truth is cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. Now what we are going to do is we're going to exit out, because I see the bar right there. We're playing as R-Truth, so exit out. And now that should already have the matchup saved. Like so. So Sheamus automatically defeats The Miz. And hopefully, if Sheamus or R-Truth wins, we'll perhaps give them a title matchup against Evan Bourne. Like Evan Bourne, he has been, although Evan Bourne's not all that high in the power rankings for the U.S. title, he's been facing off against Sheamus on 2 1-on-1 matches. So he's been the only one that's actually been involved in the storyline. The Miz hasn't even been involved for the United States Championship, and he's, for some reason, number one contender, which doesn't make sense. So anyway, R-Truth going to cash in his Money in the Bank for the U.S. title, which does make sense because the Money in the Bank can only be used for the WWE or World title, but you know what, where. Anyway, now R-Truth. If R-Truth becomes the new United States Champion, well then, he could do what Evan Bourne couldn't, although Evan Bourne, on both of which occasions, Bourne lost. Well, Bourne won in a non-title contest, and then he also lost in a non-title contest against Sheamus, and now Sheamus taking him down with the backbreaker. Oh man, I already know this video is going to be super lengthy, because it's a whole pay-per-view we're doing. We're doing a whole pay-per-view. It's not like this whole pay-per-view is going to be half an hour. This is at least going to be past 45 minutes, I think. Maybe. Anyway, now, elbow right to the back, and just running R-Truth over. Okay, that was a nice sell by Truth. And Sheamus knee. Sheamus already has a signature as well. Wow, that was quick. This could easily be a squash match. R-Truth's Money in the Bank cash-in could be all for nothing, but Truth able to escape it here. Chop to the chest of Sheamus is going to turn the chest from white to red for sure. Kick to the stomach. And now Truth has Sheamus up and just takes... That was a... I don't know, that was like a flat line. Suplex over there. Snapmare by R-Truth. If Truth wins, then that would be very shocking, but it will be a successful Money in the Bank cash-in. Of course, he didn't win that at WrestleMania for when we did simulate a whole year in universe mode. We had some pretty interesting stuff. We had Swagger and Taker and like a whole rivalry and stuff like that. We had like only 3 WWE champions. We had John Cena, then we had Shawn Michaels, and then we had Randy Orton. Shawn only held it for like a month, so Cena and Randy held it for like the majority of it. And right now Sheamus has R-Truth up by slamming him down. And now Sheamus just taunting R-Truth, telling him to get up here. What's the Great White thinking now? Sheamus just gonna stare down R-Truth. I don't even know that Sheamus even knew what he wanted to do. And to the outside he goes by R-Truth, and now Truth just waiting for Sheamus to get back inside, and now just taunting here against the United States Champion. Oh, Sheamus didn't take that lightly. He did not like that at all. But he just ran into the grasp of R-Truth, and for some reason that was not an Irish whip. There we go. Rebound Irish whip with the headbutt. Nicely done. And into the pin. Desperation card by Sheamus. That definitely cannot be it. Wait, hold on. Okay, never mind. That's it. Okay, wow. 3 count, new United States Champion. I mean, still United States Champion than Sheamus. I didn't expect that to be a 3 count. Just want to say. Because, yeah, it's a headbutt. It's not that devastating. But whatever. Sheamus, still United States Champion. The Great White wins the matchup here tonight. And that rhymes. It wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it rhymes. Well, right now, congratulations, Sheamus. And while we were in 2 quick matches, the mid-card champions retained their titles. CM Punk still Intercontinental Champion. Sheamus is still United States Champion. Wow, okay. Congratulations, Sheamus. R-Truth unsuccessful Money in the Bank cash-in. He does not have the Money in the Bank contract anymore. He could perhaps get a second opportunity by winning the Money in the Bank ladder match, of course, if he does qualify, but that is a long time from now, because this is the Backlash preview, first month, and, well, WrestleMania is going to be the last month. We could perhaps have a series too, maybe. I don't know just yet. Perhaps. Anyway, Unified Tag Team Championships on the line. D-Generation X, Shawn Michaels and Triple H, they take on Chris Jericho and The Miz for the tag titles. And how ironic that the loading screen is that, with DX winning the tag titles. So anyway, Triple H and Jericho starting things off here, and Chris with a neck breaker, just going to be spamming the run stuff here as the CPU. And now Shawn moving on to the other corner. I guess that's somewhat wise here. And Shawn trying to grab Chris. And now he does have Chris. Of course, Shawn Michaels and Triple H don't have all that much of a good history with Chris Jericho. So Jericho, he is a big target here against these 2 men. Anyway, now Triple H bring Jericho back to his feet. Jericho is dazed. And what a chop by the game. Ladies and gentlemen, what if we do have new tag team champions? What if Chris Jericho and The Miz become new tag team champions? We definitely will never hear the end of it from those 2 because charismatic and egomaniacs. So, yep. Anyway, now Jericho and Triple H both striking each other. And knee right to the face by Triple H. Vintage Triple H to Y2J. And now chop to the chest of Jericho. And Triple H flow over DDT. Nails down Chris Jericho. And come to think of it, I kind of think that this matchup is actually kind of slow. In the recording, during the recording, it wasn't really that slow. But then, I guess reviewing it right now, I guess it's somewhat slow. I could simply just speed up the video by like a little bit of speed, and then it'll be at like what kind of speed it would be if it wasn't on, you know, a PSP on there, and if it just like was an actual PlayStation or Xbox, of course. But anyway, Jericho now Irish whipping Triple H. For some reason, Triple H is not going to go off the ropes. Punch to the chest of Jericho. Miz trying to cause distraction here, and spine buster by the game. Signature is done. And Triple H, he's not going to do the pedigree. He's just going to tag in Shawn Michaels here. And now HBK, he could do Sweet Your Music. But anyway, Michaels chopped to the chest of Jericho. Somewhat close to the chest, I think. And right now in the corner is Jericho. That's not all that wide. Shawn with the knife edge chop once again, but he is super close to Miz. And whoa, Shawn missing the flying burrito. Jericho just barely dodging it, but Shawn hitting the Miz instead. So I guess not necessarily his intended target, but hey, it still works. But at this point now, Jericho taking advantage of the missed shot, and Miz, he's already back on the ring apron anyway. And now Jericho trying to wear down Michaels here. Triple H did a very good job of taking down Jericho. Now Jericho gonna let the Miz do the rest of the work. And the Miz is in control now. And now off the ropes goes Shawn. Miz has Sim and just a hip toss to Shawn Michaels. Michaels just landed very, very rough on his back. And now Shawn chopped the chest of the Miz, wearing down the arm. Worst thing up here, just pulling it back. Or pulling it forward, and now flow or DT, this time to the Miz. Triple H did to Jericho, Shawn does it to Miz. Jericho now just trying to get super close to the Miz, because at this point, Miz does need a tag, and gutbuster by Shawn to Jericho. Shawn to Miz. So it's a pretty good tag team division. Well, it was, I guess. But we still got some good tag teams. We got the Hart Dynasty, we got DX, of course, the current tag team champions. We got the Miz and Jericho. We had the Straight Edge Society. Keyword had, because Gallows now just no longer associated with Punk. And we also have, I don't know at this point. Well, we do have some more tag teams I just currently can't think of. And we also got some random ones that I think the CPU has created. And Flying Burrito missed by Shawn Michaels. He keeps missing those. Second time he's missed it in the matchup, well, at least for his intended target. And both Jericho and Triple H awfully close to both Shawn and Miz. They really want the tags just in case. Low thrust pressed by Miz. Mounted punches, nailing down on Shawn Michaels. Of course, the Miz and Jericho, well, they do talk a whole lot. They are both very charismatic, and both back up what they say in the ring. Most inevitably, most of the time. As long as they don't cheat, they do back it up in the ring. Which so far, no cheap tactics by both Jericho or Miz. But as you see right there, Shawn with the kick up, fine speared by Michaels, but it doesn't matter. Miz is just going to shut that down with the lotus press and more mounted punches to HBK. And now, just a double axe handle, of course, Shawn. When we simulated the whole year in the WWE universe, we only had 3 WWE champions. We had John Cena hold it for a while. Then we had Shawn Michaels win in like a championship scramble. Cena won in the championship scramble, the first one. And then we had a second championship scramble with all the same superstars. And this time Shawn won it. He won it. And then after that, he held the title for like a whole month. And then he lost it to Randy Orton. And then Randy Orton has been champion ever since. So that's a pretty interesting, I guess, title run. Anyway, now Michaels gonna tag in Triple H, and we all know Michaels does need tagging Triple H. He's been taking a whole lot of damage here. And now Miz just waiting for Triple H. Not sure how wise that is. Just kind of acting cocky there for the taunt. And now Triple H has him up. Side buster perhaps. And yes, knee right to his side. Triple H, however, unlike Shawn Michaels, he was not WWE champion. At least Shawn held it for a month. Triple H didn't even win it. Well, probably because he didn't get out of much opportunities. I don't believe he actually did get out of much opportunities. Of course, he did win the Royal Rumble. But after he won the Royal Rumble at WrestleMania, he did lose to Randy Orton. So Triple H, I think he did main event WrestleMania, did he? Or was it Undertaker that did? I can't remember. Anyway, and now Triple H is going to tag in Shawn. This was in the original court, so that really doesn't matter. And when Shawn, he could do switch and music. Oh, Miz, he caught the kick, and discus missed with the discus forearm or discus clothesline. I don't know. I think it was acting buggy, or it was too fast. I don't know. Wasn't able to see. And more chops to chest by Shawn Michaels. Into the corner goes the Miz. And Shawn tagging Triple H. What's this here? Oh, double team maneuver. And Shawn dropped toe hold, and Triple H double drop right to the Miz. That's a nice tag team maneuver. I think Undertaker and Christian did that to CM Punk. Or to Luke Gallows. I don't know. Anyway, now. And the pin. Can this one be it? 2 count. And Jericho broke it up. Okay, then. I thought that was 3 count, to be fair. I feel like the referee just... I feel like that definitely was 3 count. Jericho broke it up too late over there. And we now, Miz. Kick to midsection. The Miz, he is hurt. He is favoring his stomach. And now missed the discus clothesline or punch. He hit the referee. That discus just acts so buggy. The spin punch, spinning clothesline. The X is so buggy, and Miz just hits the ref. And now Triple H on top of the rope. I'm surprised Miz or Chris are not getting a weapon here. The referee's right back up, so it doesn't matter. Drop kick by the Miz. Triple H took way long. And the Miz... Wait, what? But Triple H just got hit, and how is the Miz dazed? Whatever. That doesn't make sense, but whatever. And now into the ropes. Into the corner goes Triple H. However, it is in DX's corner, so that helps out Triple H because he's attacking Shawn Michaels. And now side breaker to the Miz by Triple H. And now Hunter was thinking of here. Has him once again flow over DET to the Miz. And now it looks like it's all DX. Triple H, he's been the ruler of this whole matchup. He's been carrying DX so far. Shawn has done some little damage, but I feel like Shawn has taken more damage than what he has given out. And we're now into the pin here. Can this one be at 1, 2, and... Okay, that's definitely a 3 count. That was definitely a 3 count. It's like once the cutscene for when they break up, a pin happens. It's like it happens way too late. Or something like that. I don't know. That was definitely a 3 count. At this point, I feel like DX just won on 2 separate occasions. If you ask me. Anyway, now Miz just taking down Triple H here. Triple H does have a signature, so he could easily do the double A spinebuster once again. And now Miz with the leg and just slamming it. How is that even effective? Okay, and for some reason that hurts Triple H. Anyway, now Miz, he is still hurt. Kick to the midsection by the game. Triple H has him up. Suplex perhaps, and yep, suplex to the Miz. And now what can Hunter be thinking of here? Has him, sends him to, not to a corner. After all, the way spinebuster perhaps, but no, Miz just gonna try and escape out of it. He's gonna try it. He knows what's coming up here. And now he's gonna let Jericho feel the wrath, perhaps, yep, because Chris Jericho, he's now the legal man. And now here comes Y2J, trying to take down Triple H, trying to wear him down with the headlock. And now switching up to a grapple here. And just a hip toss, headlock toss, judo throw, I don't know. And anyway, Jericho just kicking a Triple H elbow drop here by Chris. And now Triple H, he looks like he's in trouble. He's going to have to definitely tag in Shawn Michaels at this point. And now Chris and Triple H with the lockup. Triple H gets the better of that exchange. And now has the Miz up. What's this? Okay, full Nelson. Triple H doing the master lock here to Chris Jericho. That is a rope break, however. And now Triple H sending Jericho into the corner. Or not. And we have to go behind. And now just a strike across the back of the head. And knee right to the face. The Miz now in his corner. And I think Shawn's also in his corner after they had their whole exchange a couple seconds ago. And here we go. Okay, spinebuster counter. Jericho, I think that was originally supposed to be a spinebuster. Jericho has just countered it. Anyway, now, okay, that just froze. But anyway, nope, Triple H connects with chest first. And spinebuster, this time it happens. And Triple H, 3 pedigrees. Okay, never mind, because you can tag in Shawn, because that makes sense for when you have 3 pedigrees. Sweet your music, perhaps. Okay, never mind, Jericho gonna block the strike. Insecurity. Kick right to the back of the head of Shawn Michaels. Michaels, he hasn't been doing all that good at all in this matchup. Like, he's been taking a whole lot of damage. Anyway, now Shawn trying to redeem himself here. Trying to wear down Jericho. Perhaps Shawn could win the matchup here for DX. That would be a proper way to redeem himself. Triple H just pacing around the ring apron. At this point, he knows that Shawn hasn't been doing all that well in the matchup. But he's just going to have to put his trust on Shawn Michaels, which is a tag team partner. So you need to trust your tag partners, which of course they do. But at this point, Shawn, somewhat questionable. Anyway, figure 4 lock to Chris Jericho. Can this one be it here? Shawn wrenching back and forth, but he does let go fairly quickly. And now Shawn gonna tag in Triple H. Okay, Triple H, is he gonna end it here? And that was this. Jericho makes the tag to Miz, and Miz the legal man. And wait, what's this? Miz taking down Triple H. The Miz is hyped up. What? Takes down Michaels. Fighting spirit by the Miz. And wait, what the hell? Okay, here we go. Skull Crush finale. The Miz takes down Triple H, takes Michaels off the ring apron. Skull Crush finale to Triple H, and that's a 3 count. New tag team champions. They've done it. The Miz and Chris Jericho have done it. Wow, that's one hell of an ending Overall, that matchup wasn't that good, but it wasn't that bad. But the ending was amazing. Wow. The Miz fighting spirits against DX right there. The Miz has just single-handedly defeated DX with that right there. Now, if DX won the matchup, I wish that Wolf and Shawn Michaels that did that. Where he did, like, he punches Miz or he punches Jericho off the ring apron and then like does the switch of music to anyone else or something like that. That would be a nice ending, because that ending makes sense for faces. The Miz and Jericho are heels. For the Miz to have fighting spirit, it doesn't make sense because he's a heel, but whatever. Congratulations to the Miz and Chris Jericho, new tag team champions. Jericho with the World Tag Titles, Miz with the WWE Tag Titles. There we go. Now moving on to the next matchup. Divas Championship on the line. Melina, she defends against Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella won in a triple threat #1 contenders matchup against her sister Brie and Gail Kim in the last episode of Raw, I think. Yeah, in the Go Home show of Raw, in which we simulated that, because the main event of that one we did was Batista versus Stone Cold. Batista, he did pick up the victory against Stone Cold Steve Austin. And so Batista, keeping his hot streak of wins going, heading towards his WWE Championship matchup against Randy Orton later on. Of course, that matchup is actually not in for some reason, it's not in the card. Because, it was I don't know. It was originally Stone Cold versus Zack Ryder for the second and last matchup, and then it switched to William Regal versus Vladimir Kozlov, or something like that. And so, whichever matchup it is currently, we're just going to switch it to a title matchup. In custom matches, you can't do title matches for custom matches, but since I do have a cheat, there's a whole lot of cheats that I have for the SVR thing. So, since I do have a cheat, we are going to use that cheat to do a title matchup in a custom match between Randy Orton and Batista. And hopefully it works, because if Batista does win the championship, then if it still has Randy as the champion, then that shows that the cheat did not work. But hopefully the cheat does, but we will only know if Batista becomes champion, really. Or if they have the animation before it. Anyway, into the ropes goes the Divas champion Melina, and now Nikki jumping over her, and now has her just an arm drag there. Nikki Bella, if she becomes the new Divas champion, well then, I don't know, because Melina, she's been holding the Divas title for a whole year. When we simulated the whole year in Universe, she held it for a whole year, along with Michelle McCool holding the Women's Championship for a whole year. So that'll be it'll be interesting to finally see someone else have the Divas Championship besides Melina, or someone else have the Women's Championship besides Michelle McCool. But of course, both the Women's and Divas titles, they do not get defended in the pay-per-views, only one of them. I feel like sometimes both of them get defended in the pay-per-views for Universe mode, but not all that much. At least once or twice. Anyway, now, Melina taking down Nikki. And now Melina, snapmare to Nikki Bella. And since this is still a very young and very new Nikki Bella, of course, not going to have all that much experience compared to the veteran Melina. So Melina probably is the favorite to win this matchup against a rookie. At this point, Nikki and Brie are still rookies, somewhat. So, anyway, now, Nikki, elbow to back the head of Melina. And now, a couple of kicks trying to take down Melina. Nikki Bella has Sarah and Bulldog by Nikki to Melina. I feel like we should have just made Brie come out with Melina and do the custom match thing, because if we just at least change to add in a manager, it will not be a title matchup. So we could have done the custom match thing and see if that whole cheat worked for this one. But too late. So now Melina, another snapmare to Nikki Bella. Melina looking to retain her Divas Championship here tonight. I believe after this matchup, this is the fourth matchup. There are 6 matches, so the next matchup will have to be Batista versus Randy Orton. Yeah, Batista versus Orton for the WWE Championship, and then after that, Undertaker challenges CM Punk for the World Heavyweight title. That is some good storytelling. Taker, of course. Let's cast our minds back to when Taker became the number 1 contender, which was episode, I think episode 1 of Raw. Episode 1 of SmackDown, where Taker won a number 1 contenders matchup between himself, Jack Swagger, and Big Show. And then after that, in week 2, he defeated CM Punk in a non-title steel cage matchup. In week 3, Christian and the mystery partner that we made the mystery partner, The Undertaker, because the mystery partner probably wasn't going to be Undertaker. but just to not take a chance, we made the mystery partner for Christian, the Undertaker. And they defeated CM Punk and Luke Gallows of the Straight Society. And then, of course, CM Punk in the Week 4 edition of SmackDown, the go-home show before Backlash. We had CM Punk defeat The Rock, but it wasn't without its struggles, because during the matchup, before the end of the matchup, Gallows attacked Punk. That's perhaps from frustration of their loss. After all, Taker did do the old school and tombstone to escape the cage in Week 2 in the steel cage matchup, so that's how Taker won, and then he uses the same two moves again against Punk in the tag team matchup and pins him. So Taker, he has 2 victories over Punk by escaping the cage and by pinfall, so Punk definitely has to think he's going to struggle with Taker later on tonight. But anyway, time to focus back in the Divas matchup. I didn't see what Melina did, but anyway, 2 count. Now Nick Bell shoving Melina, not sure how wise that is, but anyway, now Nick Bell just gonna stop during her track. She was just gonna do a running thing or whatever. Anyway, jumping, whatever, headbutt. Anyway, now Melina dragging Nikki, and now off of that, can this one be it here? 1, 2, and 3. It is. Ladies and gentlemen, Melina is still Divas champion. Okay then, well, some titles don't feel like anything. The tag titles are the only titles that feel special here so far. The United States Championship matchup sucked. The Intercontinental Championship matchup had good storytelling after, but the matchup together was a squash match. And the Divas title matchup, wasn't all that good. But, I mean, whatever. Congratulations to Melina. She is still Divas champion, and she is going to perhaps stay Divas champion. I don't know. I don't mind if she stays Divas champion, but I don't know. We shall see. Because anyway, time, Randy Orton, Batista, WWE Championship. The whole cheat has a whole glitch here where it says it doesn't say the title name, and hopefully Orton comes out with the WWE title, and he's not coming. The title's invisible, and it says champion Randy Orton. Okay then. Oh man, this better work in the end if Batista wins. And here comes the animal. We're going to skip that. And it's a number 1 contenders matchup. Randy Orton versus Batista. Randy Orton, the WWE champion, taking on Batista in a number 1 contenders matchup for the WWE title. Okay, wait. It's having the animation. The title is invisible, but it's having the animation. So that shows that this is going to work. Hopefully, in the end, if Batista does win, then, he is WWE champion. But we won't know if Randy wins, though. I don't know. But anyway, let's just see who wins this matchup. Because now Orton, vintage Orton already nailing down Batista. Okay, Randy putting one of his best maneuvers already. Batista definitely has to be hurt after that. And now Orton, what's thinking of here, kick to the midsection of Batista. Orton won this matchup, drop kick to the animal, and Batista just overstunned the hell out of that one. Well, Batista, he's already back up. Never mind, he's not going to sell it. Batista, well, he does have a successful victory against Stone Cold Steve Austin in the latest episode of Raw. So, Batista, he could defeat Randy Orton. So, same thing for CM Punk. CM Punk has defeated The Rock after Gallows betrayed him during the matchup. But now here's the thing. After Gallows attacked Punk, The Rock didn't take advantage. He was in shock. He didn't even do anything. He didn't attack. He didn't pin Punk after Gallows just gave him a clear opportunity. Punk easily got up and then took care of The Rock after. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Anyway, now Orton headlock, and now switching up to a front grapple, and now Randy has him taking Batista down. Dave Batista looking to become WWE champion. Him, Triple H, Edge. Those are 3 names are ones that we expect to be WWE champion when we simulated Universe mode, but surprisingly weren't. So, yeah. But that could all change, at least for one of them, because Batista could become WWE champion here and not, by the way, backstabber / backbreaker by Randy. Hopefully Randy does the punt to skull. His ground finisher is the punt, so hopefully that could happen. And now just another backbreaker. Come on, punt. Well, he does have a signature, but once he gets the finisher, you guys get the idea. Anyway, now Batista go behind, and Orton just escaping that one. Orton, he has ruled this matchup. He has been taking control for the majority of this matchup. Anyway, what a strike by Batista. Orton, he could do the RKO power slam. Oh, Batista ran into that one. Okay, then that was nice. into a pin. The ref, 1, 2. I don't know why I said the ref, but I did. And it's only a 2 count. Wow, Randy choreographed that one very good. And now into ropes goes Dave Batista. And now Randy turned him around. Couple strikes to the back, perhaps. Okay, or not. Go behind. Drop kick to Batista. Oh, Batista didn't fall from that one. Batista, he hasn't even done anything to Randy at this point. He hasn't even done all the much. I don't even think Batista has hit Randy once so far. And now a second vintage Orton to the animal. I got no idea, but Randy, he's just demolishing Orton. I mean, he's demolishing Batista. Batista, he went through a grueling, 37, half an hour ladder match against Shawn Michaels to become #1 contender. And now he's just not doing all that well here against Randy in the actual title match. Although, speaking of though, I might as well have spoke too soon. Commentators curse. Oh my god, Randy falling down from the impact of that. And Batista, he's pissed. And the animal is going to be unleashed here against the Viper. Perhaps here, if Batista could keep on this whole roll of momentum that suddenly just spurged out, I guess. But now Randy, he's going to try and stop that, wearing down the arm of Batista. Very wise. And now Batista running into that punch. Randy, we haven't even seen all that much. Well, Randy, while Randy is destroying Batista in this matchup, he has previously lost to Edge in a non-title matchup on Raw when we simulated it, and he has also previously lost to Primo, of all people, on Superstars when we simulated it in a non-title matchup as well. So, for Randy to lose to someone like Primo and defeat Batista, if he does, then that's very weird. Anyway, Batista now just showcasing his power against Randy. And now Batista, what a strike! Taking down the WWE champion. Batista, he could just have a random comeback here. Just a spear, and then just a Batista bomb, and then that could easily be it. At this point, it's a matter of life or death for Batista. It's a matter of life or death for Randy as well. Whoever could hit their finisher first most likely could win the matchup, but remember, Randy and Batista are both very tough, so it's perhaps going to take more than one finisher. Which is why Randy has done 2 backbreakers already. Or backstabbers. I don't even know what they're called anymore. Anyway, now dropkick missed by Randy. Batista choreographing that one very well. And Batista, he's not going to take advantage of that, surprisingly. Because now Randy, he definitely is. And now Batista turned around here. Randy going to turn him back around the other way. Into a corner, the animal goes. And now the WWE champion strike across the face of Batista. And now trying to wear him down here, trying to think of something else. Batista could easily escape out of this, but Randy just having his own way with Batista at this point. Batista, he is super weakened here. Anyway, now rebound, and just, I'm not even sure if that's a spine buster or not, but just gonna call it a spine buster for now. Or it's like a double choke slam, sort of, I don't know. Anyway, now Randy off the kick. And now here we go, and another back stabber. I don't know. I quit trying to guess what the name of this was. I completely forgot. Anyway, now Randy turning Batista around. Batista's back up. Batista's definitely weakened now. Batista, he's struggling to even be on his feet. And now Randy once again with this back, I don't know, I'm just going to say backstabber to make my life easier. And now Orton, he could do it. And there we go. RKO. Randall Keith Orton. Finishing maneuver to Batista. Still WWE champion, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a 3 count. Randy Orton retains the WWE Championship here tonight at Backlash. That was actually a pretty good matchup. It was a squash matchup, but it was pretty good. And there's the invisible WWE Championship. Yeah, we're going to skip that. And now here we go. World Heavyweight title. CM Punk, Undertaker. The matchup we've all been waiting for. Match of the night. The matchup that's had a great amount of build-up. The matchup that's going to be in the main event. The matchup that, like I said, great amount of build-up. All 4 weeks of SmackDown. We are able to build up Punk and Gallows with Gallows, betraying Punk, and we are able to also build up how Undertaker has defeated CM Punk on 2 occasions, pinning him in a tag team matchup, and before that, defeating him in a steel cage matchup, with the 2 same moves in a row, Old School and Tombstone Powerdriver. And as this is starting to act a little bit slow, so yeah, I don't know. I think I did change the settings in the PSP emulator, so the entrances are being a little slow, so it's almost like WWE 2K18 for the Nintendo Switch. Although that is way slower than this. That definitely is way slower than, the WWE games on PSP. WWE All Stars on the PSP is actually, I mean, I've only played it like once, or twice, and it's not all that slow. It's not all that slow. Not to mention, the controls is kind of easy. It's kind of fun. Anyway, yeah, World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk and The Undertaker. Great storytelling. The storytelling for this has to definitely be that Punk cannot beat Taker, even with Gallows in a tag team matchup. Well, of course, because Taker had Christian, but still, Punk can simply not defeat The Undertaker. Can he do it here tonight at Backlash, or will The Undertaker prevail? So far, everyone in this pay-per-view besides Jericho and The Miz have stayed with their championships. Every singles competitor has stayed with their championships besides Jericho and Miz, which of course they are the new tag champions, and Punk off the strikes from Taker, and now Punk trying to wear down Taker here. Undertaker with just the punches earlier, and now Taker caught that one down to the mat. Goes CM Punk, and The Undertaker just kick, stomp. I don't know. I didn't probably see it. I blinked or something. I don't know. Anyway, Punk, what a kick! Taking down The Undertaker. The World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk. Oh, Taker, he's back up. Punk is also familiar with that. In the steel cage matchup, in the tag team matchup, Taker has done it on so many occasions. Anyway, now Punk, the kick is blocked. And now The Undertaker, he's livid here. Oh, but Punk once again with the kick. That kick has to definitely be a saving grace or not, because Taker is right back up. He's not going to sell it. And now Punk just trying to think of something here, trying to gain some separation from Taker, but now Taker's on the outside of the ring. Nicely done by CM Punk. And what's this? Onto the outside, splash to The Undertaker. CM Punk pulling out on all stops here. Punk just launches himself, throws himself over the ring, nails a splash down to The Undertaker, and now elbow right to the head. That was very nice. That was a very nice spot. Anyway, now Punk. Another kick against the side of the head of The Undertaker, like the back of the head, and Taker, once again, he's back up. Taker, it's like none of this is phasing him. Punk, he is giving his all here, and it's like Taker just keeps coming back for more, unlike Batista in the last matchup. And now just a strike there by Taker, and Taker has him clubbing him down with a DDT. And Punk, he is definitely hurt. And now, Taker, looking to gain the upper hand here, looking for perhaps the choke slam or tombstone power driver. He just needs to wear down, did I say tombstone or power driver? I meant looking for tombstone power driver or choke slam or whatever. Anyway, Punk, pin here, only a 2 count. Taker, it's gonna take more than that to defeat him. It's gonna take even more than one GTS here by Punk to pull away the Undertaker. Anyway, now CM Punk up on the second rope and tornado DDT, taking down the deadman, taking down the Undertaker. And Punk here, he could might as well retain his World Heavyweight Championship here tonight if he just keeps doing all this against Taker. And Taker, he is starting to get worn down a little bit here. So all these maneuvers by Punk finally paying off here. And now Punk, he does have a signature. This could pay off now. Taking down Taker with the kick. Undertaker, he might as well be Batista here, because Taker, he hasn't been doing all that much. And now Punk, just a kick. And now Taker, oh man, Taker, he's not too happy about that, taking him down with just a running DDT. The Undertaker here might as well perhaps win this big boot. Taker just needs to gain the momentum, because at this point, Punk, he has worn down Taker to a good limit here. Taker at this point is somewhat worn down, and now, oh wait, what's this? Okay, just working on the arm of CM Punk. That was nice. And Taker, he's going to lift him up. I thought I was going to do a chokeslam for a second. Anyway, side breaker perhaps. Yep. To the World Heavyweight Champion. We could have a new World Heavyweight Champion here tonight. And I do not know who's number 2 contender. I don't even think I've checked the power rankings for the World Heavyweight Championship. I just know that Undertaker is number 1 contender. I think probably Jack Swagger or Big Show is number 2, since they are wearing the triple threat. I can't remember who got pinned in the triple threat. I can't remember if Taker pinned Swagger or Taker pinned Big Show. I think Taker pinned Big Show. Anyway, that was super laggy just now. And Taker just going to pick him up with that choking maneuver once again. I feel like every time when Taker does that, he's going to do a choke slam. That would be very nice. And I definitely do like that Save Me Punk sign. That's awesome. I feel like I said that in like one of the other episodes of SmackDown with CM Punk as well. Yeah, when I Taker off the multiple stomps. The Undertaker, more stomps to the World Heavyweight Champion here. Taker, and more stomps once again to CM Punk. This is insane. And I was about to say even more. Nope, Taker, just dodging out that way in some way, somehow connects with the leg drop into the corner. Go, okay, or not. On the ring apron, the Undertaker, and now Punk has Taker, suplexes him back inside the ring. CM Punk holding his all against the Undertaker. Very impressive here. At least this is not like Hell in a Cell 2009, where we had the Undertaker just squash CM Punk in Hell in a Cell in the first match of the night. Because that makes sense. Anyway, now Punk German suplex? Oh my god, Taker sold that perfectly. Wow. Taker just... That was a great sell, and well, Taker's going to sit back up because he's the Undertaker, and because the Undertaker has to do that, and because that's his gimmick. Anyway, now Punk, just a judo throw, headlock toss. I still don't know what that is. It's not a hip toss. Anyway, now CM Punk has some double underhook suplex. And Taker's just going to sit back up in the center of the ring. Oh god, Taker right has a finisher. Fight inspired by the Undertaker perhaps, but Punk power slam to the Undertaker. Well, if this is it, imagine that's it. How can the referee see from there, right? Just the one count. Luckily enough. Taker, he still has the finisher. He could do tombstone. And now, Taker, he caught the kick. Punk, you're in deep trouble at this point. Okay, or not, because Taker was too late to grapple. Oh man, that would have been such a nice spot. And now, okay, that was effective. And now Punk, a couple of kicks, trying to use his educated feet to good use against the Undertaker. Into the corner goes Taker, almost running over the referee. And Punk with the knee drop. Taker now. This is not looking all so well for the Deadman. Well, of course, the Deadman could easily overcome the odds. He's overcome the odds against men like Big Show, Mark Henry, and so many other giants. Greg Harley and stuff like that, but to be fair, that's somewhat easy. Anyway, Punk off the clothesline, and Taker on the outside. What's CM Punk doing here? Elbow drop, perhaps. Punk on the top of the... Why? Huh? Okay, that was an elbow drop. That looked horrible. It's just like frozen midair. That was so horrible. Man, that would have been so much more cooler if it was like the speed it is at now, which is now the bad. And we now Taker and Punk on the outside of the ring. Of course, Taker, he cannot win this matchup via countout. I mean, he could, but he won't become world champion after. And Punk, surprisingly, not going to get a countout victory. Going inside the ring and count of 5. If Punk does get counted out, he loses the matchup, but hey, he's still world champion. So in the record books, while it may count as a loss, also in the record books as world champion for that date, it still counts as CM Punk. And now Taker just trying to stretch out his arms here, perhaps setting up for the chokeslam, but Taker, he is hurt. And now Punk, just another kick. He's been using so many of those kicks. Another power slam. Right to the Undertaker. 1, 2, and very close to a count. Taker, he's now starting to be weakened here, but enough with the steps, man. Anyway, now Taker, what's this? Oh, he ducks underneath here. Punk, he does have cincher though. Anyway, into the corner goes CM Punk, and now the Undertaker struggling to get there, but Punk just someone gets the kick, and now cross body, and he kicks Taker on the way down. Okay, that was effective, I guess. Although Taker and Punk both get at the same time, and now Punk kick to the midsection. CM Punk to the corner, okay or not. And now Taker DDT, planning down Punk. This matchup is going on for a while here. I feel like this matchup could end up going on longer than the Randy and Batista matchup. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, now the Undertaker. You gotta think what happens after here. Will it still be the Undertaker and CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship, or will it soon, be men like Jack Swagger or Big Show or Rey Mysterio for the World Heavyweight Championship shortly after this? Of course, the Intercontinental Championship definitely has to be like perhaps Dolph Ziggler or McIntyre, perhaps even Gallows at this point, if Gallows does become Intercontinental Champion, if he even gets a title opportunity against Punk. Yeah, now CM Punk, classic Punk right here, the knee, and then the Bulldog, vintage CM Punk, that's always great to see. And now Punk, gonna have Taker, off the ropes, goes to the Undertaker, CM Punk missing the grapple. He could simply just do it as a regular grapple. I don't know why he has to do the Irish whip. And now Punk, he's fired up here, suicide dive, that would be nice. Okay, never mind. It makes sense after you do a taunt like that, you do a suicide dive, but whatever. And now Taker to get back inside the ring. And now Taker, big boot, oh my god. Punk just getting launched almost halfway across the ring right there off the big boot. And now Punk gonna try to answer back a couple of slaps, multiple slaps, a kick combination shortly after, and now more kicks. Okay, that's a great combination right there. And Taker once again, deadman. And now German suplex. My God, the way Taker sells it is amazing, and the way he doesn't sell it at the same time is also amazing. Anyway, now off the rope. Okay, well, outside of the ring, I mean. I just noticed how blurry the Backlash logo is here. I mean, of course, there are no commentator's desk, but for the logo to be that blurry, I mean, can the game really not hold that much graphics? Well, let's make the logo not look that bad, I guess. I don't know. Where I can't be critiquing it this time. This matchup feels like it's been taking forever, but it's still somewhat entertaining. Somewhat, not that much, but still somewhat. I mean, I like it somewhat. Right now, Punk bringing Taker to the middle of the ring. What can he be thinking here? Okay, you're just going to pin him shortly after. Can this one be it here? Can the Undertaker be done for? And he is! CM Punk is still World Heavyweight Champion. Still World Heavyweight Champion off of the, face wash in the corner? Like the stomps or just like the regular face wash in the corner to Taker. And now, what's this, CM Punk? Oh man, what a heel. What a heel. Punk, the steel chair, and another steel chair shot right to the Undertaker, and that's it? Or is someone can help out Taker? Okay, that's it. Okay, wow, that was underwhelming. I got overly excited for that, because I thought Gallows was gonna come out and help Taker or something like that. Or someone else. Okay, well, that happened. What a Backlash pay-per-view. Interesting, to say the least. We had some quick tile matches. So the quick matches were the Intercontinental title, the United States Championship, and the Divas title. And then the Unified Tag titles, the WWE title, and the World Heavyweight title. Those were I think they were both 13-minute matches. I think the tag title match was over than that. Anyway, next episode of Raw, main event of that one. We're gonna watch it. Batista takes on Edge, #1 contenders matchup. That should be exciting. So yeah, there we go. That's it for your Smell. That was the Backlash pay-per-view. So yeah, next pay-per-view is Extreme Rules, I think. Yeah, next pay-per-view is Extreme Rules, I think. And so when that happens, hopefully that would be good. And hopefully Edge wins the #1 contenders matchup, because I want to see a Rated RKO WWE Championship matchup. That sounds awesome. So yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching this video. Catch you all in the next video for whether if it's Booking Revolution, US Mode, whether it's Wrestling Revolution 3D Career Mode, whether it's SVR 2011 US Mode, or whether it's just a new series. I don't know. Catch you all in the next video, and goodbye.